Welcome everybody to this tutorial. Today we're gonna talk about concatenating multiple rows into one single row. So we try to show here. I'm trying to show you an example using a very simple table. What I have here is a table called company. Do a select star from company to see where it looks. So I basically have a company name, I have a city, and I have a state. So let me just choose company name, city, state. And of course, we can apply the same example for a join of multiple tables. But here I'm just gonna work with one table just to understand how we can concatenate. So here, let's order, for example, order by city. And you see that I have multiple companies within the same city and the same states. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in action, 5 companies in action. So what I wanna, for example, have in the city, states, and the companies one next to the other one concatenated with a comma, for example, or like a semi-comma. So the first method, which I don't recommend, um, it's declaring. So I'm gonna declare a variable. Uh, let's call it company as Warsaw Max. I'm gonna select companies as equal to the same. So here let's declare and put instantiate at the same time. So it's equal to the empty character. So I'm gonna put companies is the same, which starts with empty character plus company name from city order by table is called company. So of course, it's gonna concatenate me everything. So here, after that, I'm gonna do print just to see the companies. Print companies. So here, when I do select this equal to this, it's gonna like instead of having set and then putting companies equal to this expression, I'm doing it at the same time. So let's try this and see. Here it's companies. All right, so I have all the companies. As if you remember here, if I want only for action, so I would choose, for example, let's do order by states, or let's do where state equal MA. And SQL Server doesn't make difference between capital or not capital. It's not like Oracle when you have to be careful with capital there. So here, all right, we start with first, two, three, and of course I can do order by city just to see the first 5. So that's the first that we saw before. It's not very convenient if I want to like have it as a column next to city, next to a state, and put this for all the companies. It's gonna be tough using this method, or probably need a recursion and try to go all the rows and check. So it's really tough using this method, but this is kind of helpful in some ways, but not really if I wanna select a result with multiple columns. So second one, which I recommend, is using the For XML. So second one and third one, I'm gonna talk about For XML paths of something. So what is XML path? Let's do the same here. I'm just gonna go through a basic explanation of XML paths before concatenation. So if I do select company name from company order by city. So let's just check this. If you do this, you will see multiple rows, 1, 2, 3. So it's a lot of rows. So let's just focus on the first one. That's why I'm doing order, so we can see the difference. So if I do the same, if I add at the end For XML paths, and I put here empty character, I will have all the companies, as you can see, in XML format. So this is company 1, this is company 2. I can copy this into a notepad just to show you. Probably not the best way here, but as you can see, it takes the first name, company name, first company, second company, third company. So what is this? Empty name is like I don't want anything before company name. So if I put here XYZ, you will have XYZ, then company name, then the first company. Okay, and then I close XML, and then I go second company, I close XML, third company. So why is this useful? It's useful to do it because as a subquery. So when I'm querying my taking like first column, second column from a table, and I want third column to be a concatenation, so I use a subquery using the XML path. So for our example, let's try it here. So I'm gonna take a city, state, and then here third is gonna be a subquery from company. So what I'm gonna do in this subquery is select company name from, here it's company name from company, let's call it C2, where C2 dots. So when I want to concatenate what I want, so this is the main table, let's call it C1. And when I want to concatenate, I will go to my subquery, I will call this C2. What I want is C2 dot city. I want to concatenate all the cities that are the same as the main. So whenever it's the same city, I want it concatenated. But I want also, sometimes I find the same city name but different states. So I want also 0.state equal C1.state. So is this gonna work? No, because here it's multiple rows. I cannot have multiple rows with this one. So if I do this, I will have an error, because subquery returned more than one value, which makes sense. But if I put here for let's put it as subquery for XML paths. As you remember, if I put XML paths, no matter how many rows I have, it's become one row. And run it. Okay. So now I have all the companies within the same city. So here, of course, I can order just to see, order by city. Yeah, and one thing is that you gotta take distinct because when I query, I have 5 rows, okay, and each row is gonna be concatenated. So there is no need to have all this. So of course, I'm gonna get a lot of duplicates. And here, okay, so action MA, and I will find 5 companies. As you can see, 5 companies. So of course, this column I'm gonna rename it. So as, for example, as companies, but because here I didn't put column name, I gotta get rid of this XML. And what I wanna like put the first company plus comma plus the second one plus comma plus the third one. That way I will have like concatenation of all the companies. So I'm gonna do select company plus, let's do comma semicolon and space. Alright, that looks good. So we don't have the XML, and because here it's not only one expression, so we don't have XML path, and they are separated by semicolon space, semicolon space, second one. So at the end I found semicolon space. Okay, to see it in the other way, I can add here semicolon. I can add semicolon or semicolon and space. I prefer semicolon and space. That way. So that way I see. So here I see. So at the end there is nothing, but here I see semicolon space, the second company. So here I see, I should find 5 semicolon space, second one, third one. So here the question is how to get rid to this first 2 characters, which is semicolon and space. Alright, to make it easy, or let's work with 2 characters. So some people only do one. So the basic, if you have only 1 character, you need to remove the first one. If you have 2, you're gonna remove 2. And the thing is, if I'm here, I have 2. I wanna take everything from the right of this expression. Alright, so I'm gonna take everything from the right, escaping the first 2 characters. So basically I'm gonna take a right here, and as you see, the rights of everything, and starting from ending at. So when I'm gonna take a right, this is the first character of the right, this is the second character of the right, the third character, and it goes till the last one, which is the length ln of the same expression here that I have. minus 2 because I have first two character. So this kind of a little bit messy to put it inside the length. I prefer working with CTE. That's why it looks cleaner. So I do with CTE as this, and then select star from CTE just to like on it. I need to remove the order by no order by inside CTE. Alright, so I know here that companies starts with 2. So I'm gonna take city, I need it, state, I need it, and the third one I'm gonna take length of companies, alright, minus 2 and take right. So I'm gonna take a right of what? The first, so the right has 2 parameters. So I'm gonna start. So right of what? Right of companies. First parameters. So let me explain you here. Right has 2 parameters. Here it's the expression, and here it's the and. Um, let's call it the and value when it's gonna end. All right. So if I have 21 character and I'm interested only in 20, I will put my expression and go the length like the length is gonna be 20. So here the right of the company, so I'm gonna take the right and go until the length minus 2. So let's see how it's gonna look here. Alright, we took care of these two. So of course, if you have only comma, you cannot use minus 2, you will use minus 1. Alright, and if you put the semicolon at the end, so the semicolon gonna be here at the end. Of course, I'm gonna take the left. So I'm gonna take everything from the left. I will go. So this is the first of the left, second of the left, third of the left, until the length minus 1. The length will be the comma, and length minus 1, removing the comma. So this should work like this if I switch. Alright, so the same here. And alright, I don't like this method too. Well, I like it, but there is a simple way to do it, and it's easier than this without calling this city to clean up. So I will do the same here. So let me take this, and you see that here it's pretty simple. The only way is the only problem is it's either the first character or like the last character, which I gotta get rid of. So here I'm gonna do the same. So as you remember, I have issue with first character. So I'm gonna use here stuff. So what stuff function do? It takes an expression character. So this is parameter. Stuff always has 4 parameters. 2, 3, 4. So it has first parameter, 2, second one, third one, and fourth one. So it takes expression as character. Expression character. Okay, it starts by 1. It's here. It's the position starts. The second parameter position starts. The third parameter is the length. All right. Um, so here I'm starting with the position, and this is the length. Let's put it position start cursor, for example. Here the length of the cursor. For example, do you want it for uh, 2 characters, 3, 4? For example, if I have comma only, I will start by 1 and the length will be only 1. If I have comma 2, comma space, I will start by 1 and the length will be 2. And here, if I have comma space, for example, I will replace it with empty character. So here, if I do this, I will need, for example, case of if I have only a semicolon, I will need to use stuff of my expression. Let's put it this, and I'm assuming I have this at the beginning, so that will be easier. So I will start by 1, and my length is 1. I replace by nothing. Same here. If I'm starting with semicolon and space, I have here the expression. I start by 1, I will end by 2. I will replace all this comma, semicolon. I keep saying comma, semicolon space by empty character. So this is it. This is stuff. So I'm gonna apply the stuff on this subquery here to get rid of. So as you know, this is the issue that's giving me like the first. Let's put this back. So semicolon space plus. Alright, I put it back here. So let's run again. I have issue with first. This star comes with the company, so don't worry about this. Some companies that are inactive, I use star for them. So the semicolon space, I get rid of the semicolon space. So I'm gonna apply here. So this is my expression. So I'm gonna apply here stuff. Open bracket. So this is the first parameter. The second parameter will be I will start by 1. Alright. Third parameter I will end the length will be 2, and the last parameter I will replace everything by empty character and add this, and everything in the stuff I will call it as companies. Alright, let's try and look how it looks. So let's see how it looks. It looks good for me. It looks very good, and we didn't have to deal with CTE. So this is it. Stuff. You have your subquery for XML path. So you have everything. Like, just remember that this is subquery, and I have semicolon here, space. So let's put this way. If I have only semicolon, I will need to use 1, 1. Alright, I will remove the semicolon first. Going through, my length is only 1. I replace by empty character. I put everything as companies and run this. Should be fine. So yeah, I recommend putting this at the beginning instead of putting it at the end. If you go to the end, you gotta here you need to put the length -1, and the position will be like the length of this -1, and we don't want to put this because we're gonna make the expression difficult. That's why we try to avoid CTE.